I'm what is called a human potential expert. What it means is that I've been a psychotherapist, I've been a master coach, I still am, speaker, author, and dedicated the last almost 30 years of my life to enhancing people's potential in all areas of life. And you will hear about that in a minute. I've created a method and a program that's called Gates of Power. And that program helps people become everything that they were meant to become. We have a lot inside of us. And most of the time, we are not able to actually blossom and be everything that we can be. But with the right guidance, with the right program, and with instructions, you can do that. And I've helped hundreds of people gain confidence, achieve their passions, their dreams, their visions, develop their potential, and find inner peace, find themselves and the full expression of themselves. So that's a little bit about me. Now today, it's about leadership mindset. How many of you want to achieve leadership mindset? Everybody? Okay. All right. What does it mean to be a leader? Leadership is what? I just want to get a couple of answers.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Able to guide others.
Able to guide others. What else?
A role model.
Being a role model. But what does that mean to be a leader? What leadership, what does it mean?
To unite individuals with a common vision.
To unite individuals to achieve a common vision. Okay, that's, what else? Anything else? So, leadership means that there is an intelligence, a force, an ability to create movement in the right direction. Right? Something like that. So obviously, it's an internal state of being, is it not? Is leadership how much status you have, how much money you have, how much fame you have, how much power and control you have over people? Is that leadership? No. It's a state of being within oneself of that. Now, do you feel that you're the leader of your life? So-so? So-so? It's a so-so thing. And everybody that I ask that question makes the same face. So in Gates of Power, in the training that I do, I teach you to be the leader of your life, and I'll explain all of it today. If you think about leadership, think about it as a big wooden chair, with beautiful wooden chair, carved and whatever, with 4 legs. The first leg, and obviously if you're sitting on a chair, on a leadership chair, we're talking about internally, yes? If one of the legs is missing, you're not stable, right? If 2 of the legs are missing, you're definitely not stable. All right, so we want to know how to be stable within ourselves in a position of a leader. The first leg, you need to be the leader of your inner team. Do you know that you have a team of people sitting inside of you? Yeah. There are 3 very different characters sitting inside of you. And if they are fighting, there is no internal leadership. And in most people, they are fighting.
Conscious, subconscious, superconscious.
No. I'll explain. I'll take each one of those legs and explain it better. So there is an inner team, and a person needs to be the leader of their inner team. That's number 1. The second leg, you have the most important project of your life. And what is that? What's the most important project of your life?
Living aligned with your purpose.
Okay, your life, right? Yes, living aligned with your purpose, but if your relationships are not good, if your body is not good, if your emotions are not good, if your silence or like ability to be still and meditate is not good, the you being aligned with your purpose is not going to help you. Okay? So the second leg is being the leader of all 7 areas of your life. And purpose is, you will see, it's in one of the areas. And what are the areas? Just quickly. Body, I call them gates. This is why the system is called gates of power. Because all of them working together well creates your power. So there is the gate of the body. Clear, yes? Your spirit, your soul flows through the body, and that gate needs to be free and strong and healthy. Then you have the gate of emotions. Your emotions need to be in order. Meaning, some of the emotions that are not helping you need to be released, and the ones that are joyful and creative and loving, they need to be cultivated, and so on and so forth. So that gate needs to be strong and healthy. Then you have the gate of dialogue, which is the gate of relationships with self and others. Very important gate. Then the gate of creative expression. You with me on that? We all want to be creative and expressive. Then you have the gate of life path. Here's where your purpose sits. Life path means, who are you? Why are you here? What's your purpose? How are you walking your purpose? That's the gate of life path. Important gate. Then you have the gate of silence. Meditation, prayer, the ability to connect to the greater self. Are you with me? I can't tell because, yes? Okay? And then there is the gate of knowledge. All right, knowledge is very important. We need to continuously develop and open up to new knowledge. So the second leg of the leadership chair is being the leader of your life, making sure that your body is nurtured and open and strong and vibrant, that your emotions are being resolved, moved, moving, healed, whatever is necessary there. That your dialogues with yourself are positive and loving, and dialogues with others are open, authentic, and so on. That you are creative and expressive, that you are on your purpose and you are walking the path, that you are able to pray, to meditate, to be in stillness, and you're able to embrace knowledge. Okay, so being the leader of the most important project of your life is your life, being a leader of your life. The third leg is purpose. Now that you are working on leadership inside of you, now that you're working on making sure that your whole life is in balance and all the areas of your life are getting attention, that leg is be specific about your purpose and be dedicated, be committed, take the steps, follow it no matter what. And the last leg is be the leader at work. How many people want to do that? Be the leader at work? One person at least. Okay. All right. Are you guys working for yourselves or what? Freelancing?
An employee.
Okay. But you still want to have a leadership mindset when you go to work, no matter what you do at work. I mean, even if you just assist somebody, or you still want to come with a sense of leadership to every moment of your life. You want to come from, I am creating it, being the cause. I am being the one that is moving my life forward. You want to be like that. You want to take full responsibility about everything in your life. That's leadership mindset. Not waiting for somebody else to do things for you, not hiding from challenges, not hiding from the responsibility of being all of that. So now the big question is, how do we create this wonderful leadership chair? And I'm going to explain that to you.
What was the fourth leg?
Being a leader at work.
At work, that's right.
So the first one is be the leader of your internal self. I'm going to talk to you about these three people that are sitting inside of you. The second is be the leader of all 7 areas of your life. You're not going to the gym and just doing this, right? No. Hopefully you're moving your whole body together, right? And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts. All parts ideally work together. That's your life. All 7 areas, all these 7 gates work together. So you want to be able to, I mean, most people are kind of like, I'm good with this, and all these 3 areas don't really matter. Does it not affect you? Mm-hmm. Of course it affects you. If any one of those areas is not nurtured, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect all the other areas because they're all connected. Okay, so the third leg is purpose, and the fourth leg is take leadership at work, no matter what it is that you're doing. It's not about the title. It's about your mindset. Okay? Now, let's work leg by leg. The first one, being the leader of your internal self. There are three people, as I said, sitting inside of you. Can you guess who they are? It's very important for you to know your team, right? If you're going to be the leader of this team, you got to know it. Well, you have what?
Mind, body, spirit.
No, mind, body, spirit is a name for everything that we are, right? We are mind, body, spirit, and it's all actually one field of consciousness and energy, right? You have your emotional self, that's one person. You know that one that has all the emotions and all the emotional experiences are there, even from your childhood, maybe even other lifetimes. It's a very emotional part. Yeah? There is dark feeling there. There are beautiful feelings there. There are fears, there are insecurities. There is love, there is joy, there is innocence, there is anger. A lot of colors. It's a wild place. Yes? Okay. The second person that sits inside of you is your defensive self. Can you guess who that is?
Ego.
I don't like to call it ego because in psychology, ego it's different. Your defensive self is the part of you that is very vigilant about your survival. You get that one? So I want you to think about the emotional and the defensive as being brothers or two sisters, very connected. You were born with both of them. You see kids, they're very emotional, right? But pretty much around, I don't know, sometimes even the age of 3 or 4 or 5, definitely, you cultivate a defensive self. It's the part of you that is worried about your survival. And what happens with that part? It's normal, it's okay, because we need a part like that. But what happens is, because these two are very connected, when your emotional self gets bruised, and everybody's emotional self gets bruised to some degree, your defensive self starts cultivating overly reactive, over defensive, overprotective attitudes. Do you follow me? Now, it can be, some people develop aggression, manipulation, control. Some people develop being very pleasing, appeasing, caretaking, because it depends on the family and the home that you grew up in. What you think would make you feel safe in that home. Some people become excellers and jokesters and life of the party. That's another defensive self. And some people hide, isolate, cut off, shut down. That's also, and most of us have a little bit of few of those ways of being. I want to know that you understand what I'm talking about. Yes? Okay. So
the creative expression aspect, I was wondering, are you going to get to the creative expression now?
oh yeah. I'm going to. Yeah. So Gonna have to wait until they're gone. Okay. What I want to stress about this with you is that most people, and you need to check inside yourself, are stuck right here. Their emotional was bruised or had some unpleasant experiences, and they're defensive, just sitting on top like a big protective layer. And the emotional wants to come out and goes like, let me out, you know. No, don't do that. They're not going to like you. Whatever. So we lose our spontaneity, we lose our authenticity, we lose our even ability to create sometimes, because this is what's going on. And there is a fight, there is a continuous fight here. This is where most people are stuck. And they come to me like this. Like, I know I can be more, I know I can do more, I know I have a lot inside of me, but I'm stuck. I don't know how to come out. I don't know how to do it. And that's what I see when I start unraveling it. I see an emotional self that has some kind of pain or frustration or anger or something happened here, and I see a defensive self, very strong cover-up on top. Now, I told you that there are 3 people, so let me get to the third person. That is our expanded self, and I'm going to do this, okay? The expanded self, and everybody has it, is the part of you that is your wisdom. It's your deepest intuition. It's where your compassion is. It's where your spiritual understanding is. It's where your healing properties are. It's where your leadership properties are. Yes? Now, if you're not connected with that one, then you only have 2 kids who are going like this your whole life, and you're stuck and you're very limited. That is why in my training I help people, first of all, find that one inside of them. You have to find that part, and not only find it, but step into the shoes of that part of you and begin to live from there. Now, I'm sure you met your expanded self, maybe in a prayer, maybe in a meditation. Possible? Maybe when you sat by a river and you were peaceful for a minute. Raise your hand if you met your expanded self. Yeah?
No.
Maybe in church. It's that part of you that when you want to help a friend, and all of a sudden you come up with those pearls of wisdom, and you don't know how you came out. Where is this coming from, right? That's your expanded self. Or if you have kids and you feel this absolute dedication, compassion to your kids or to people that you love, and that's your expanded self. Now, most people feel it once in a while, but they don't know how to make that part a leader. So that part comes to visit once in a while, but it's not leading. But I'm teaching people how to find that part, bring it forth into your life. It's not just for meditation and for sitting on a bench in a park. It's you have to take that part and work with it. Use it in your life. And I teach them how that part can heal the emotional from the places, the bruised places, relax the defensive, and bring it down to normal volumes. So it's not a crazy dog that's barking and, chewing the furniture, but it's just a protective element that is helping your life be safe. Yes? Okay? So you need to get the tools to learn how to do that, to use that wonderful, powerful part of you and give it some leadership, parenting, healing tools. Cultivating all 7 areas of life. What happens when, in this state, when your emotional is very tight and this one is sitting all on top of it? What happens energetically? Do you know? What happens is that all the meridians in your body get tight. Raise your hand if you know places in your body that are tight, chronically tight. So I see 1 person, 2, 3, 4. Those are the places that your defensive is gripping. So the gate of the body gets blocked. Now, what happens to the gate of emotions if this is the situation? Again, it's like there's a lot of denial, repression, and thwarting, I want to say, of emotions. Because it's like prison. So that gate is not in good state. And you want to open it. Now, who is going to help you open it? Your expanded self, that leader inside of you. Granted, you need tools and you need to coach that part. But once it knows that I'm here, I'm stepping into life, I'm here to help this one and this one, and I'm helping all of us walk together towards a purpose. Once you have that, then you start clearing. You start looking at your life and going, okay, my body, how do I help my body? My emotions, what needs to go out? What needs to be cultivated? My dialogue, meaning my relationships with myself. Think for a minute. What is your relationship with yourself? Is it good? Is it semi-good? Are you criticizing yourself? Are you pestering yourself? No? Yes?
It's not the best, I guess.
It's not the best. Yeah, if we're being gentle. It's not the best, right? And all relationships start from this main relationship, right? So when you have the expanded self there, it's like a loving parent. It's a guide. It's a best friend. It's a leader. It's a healer. And that's when you begin to embrace your parts, your 2 other parts, with some compassion. And then they start healing. Those parts start to feel love. Somebody is there, loving us, supporting us, and they start opening up. So that dialogue is very important because it affects all the dialogues. Then you have the gate of creative expression. And what did you want to know about that
I
gate?
didn't catch the full extent of what that meant from your
The gate of creative expression?
as opposed to regular expression. Like
Oh.
expression is creative in and of itself. So I'm wondering what.
Yes, yes, yes. The gate of creative expression is your expression, your creative expression, and that could be painting the doorway. I don't know if that's creative for you. I once painted all my shades because I decided to paint them, and that was creative. It felt really nice. So that's, and it's also the gate of play, silliness, fun, going to the movies, going to on adventures, laughing, cackling with people, doing creative, silly things with people. Anything that gives you that sense of childlike joy is the gate of creative expression. And we all need it. It's a very nourishing gate. Yeah? Okay. Then we have the gate of life path, which we talked about. Purpose. And walking the purpose, learning the lessons that you have to learn in this life and creating what you want to create, contributing in the way that you want to contribute. How many people feel that they're on their right life path? I know you told me that you're looking. Yes? Okay. Kind of? Okay. No, so you need to find it because it's very important. And who can tell you about that? You're emotional? You're defensive? You're expanded. Okay, then you have the gate of silence, meditations. I teach 57 different meditations to the people who are training in Gates of Power. It's the ability to just be still, clear the mind, and see, feel things that are not going to show themselves up to you if you are running around all the time and your monkey mind is going crazy and you're doing and obsessions and all of that. You need that quiet time. And the last gate is the gate of knowledge. Okay, so we want to open all these gates. And the last thing is, the third leg is following your purpose, which we spoke a little bit about that. Out of all these, being the leader here, taking leadership with all the 7 areas of your life, following, understanding what your vision is, following it dedicatedly, out of that, you can become a leader at work. It's kind of like follows. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So we have to end in a minute. I want to leave a little time for you guys to talk to me about all these things that I just spoke about. Questions? Yes.
Do you work on all these 7 areas at one time?
Yes. What we do, Gates of Power, is a combination of individual sessions and workshops. So it takes you through 7 levels. So, but already on the first level, you work on all of them together. It's just on this level. And then level 2, you work on this level. Level 3. So you grow with your understanding, the tools and the abilities to cultivate these areas. Because they're connected. We don't separate them. We work on them separately, but they're not separate. Because everything that you feel registers on your body. So the gate of emotions and the gate of the body are very connected. Everything that you tell yourself registers in your emotions and in the body. Yeah? So that's gate of dialogue. If you have a fight with a friend, does that not register in your body? Does that not register in your emotions? So here you have gate of the body, gate of emotions, gate of dialogue. Now, if these are not in order, are you going to be free to play in the gate of creative expression? Are you going to be totally free to follow your vision? To follow your purpose? Do you see? They all feed each other. They're all interconnected. Even though I have exercises and processes for each one of the gates. But we know that they feed each other. They are like merging. Okay? Another question?
What led you to speak about leadership? I didn't hear that at the beginning, so
Oh.
what do you think about it often?
Leadership is the only way to live this life. You don't want to be a victim of this life, right? You don't want to be thinking that other people are making your life to be whatever it is. You want to be driving your own car. You want to be in a state of leadership, in a mind state of leadership, living every moment of your life, being the cause of, being the creator of, being the manifester of, taking full responsibility for everything that's happening in your life and everything that you want to create in your life. Yes, that's a place of power, a good power, internal power. And that's the only way to live this life. How else? Because leaders, true leaders, are very generous of spirit. They're loving. Why? They're coming from here, remember? They are expanded. True leaders, not what we see around. True leaders come from here. From great generosity of spirit, great compassion and great need to unite people and take people forward. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I guess I'm just wondering so throughout your life, I was inquiring whether there was a flash realization or some peak event that woke you up to this
My life.
Yeah, because I didn't hear that at the beginning. You
Oh,
went
yeah.
straight into the work.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I just, the time is very short, so that's why I don't speak about my life, but I was not a leader in my life. And usually when I speak, and I do speak about leadership in companies and so on, and I tell a lot of stories, and there was a time in my life that I was not a leader, and I lived in a sense of insecurity and pain. And that was the time when I was so down and so broken to pieces that I made that commitment to myself to not feel like I'm at the mercy of things or people. And I realized that I wasn't. I was just thinking that I was, but that I really am not. And I started learning to take my life in my own hands.
Thank you.
Okay? And that's what I'm very passionate for people to do. So they can be their own healers. They can be their own parents. We can reparent ourselves. Give ourselves the things that we are missing, you know? And that we can be leading the path of our purpose. So, any more? They're going to chase me out of here in a minute.
Can you tell more about your program?
Yes. He is flashing stop, but I'm very willing to talk to you guys for a minute, and we can do it outside. My book has a lot. The second version of this became international bestseller. So Gates of Power. Every gate is explained. Everything that I spoke today about, a lot of case studies and so on, is in the book. You can give me your information. You can take this, and I extend you 30 minutes free consultation with me. So if you feel that you want to know more, I'm very open to that. Okay? Thank you.